Okay, I'm not sure how to start this video. Watashi wa inemasu. My name is Tian, I'm 28 years old and welcome back to my channel. I wasn't sure if I should start this with my usual annyeonghaseyo, which is a Korean greeting, or if I should start with a Japanese greeting that I have for when I do my baby metal reaction videos, which I haven't done in a while. But I decided to let's go for the Japanese one, as today I'm doing a movie marathon of Studio Ghibli. I'm going to watch and review 3 movies, don't worry. I'm not gonna have you watch me watch the movie and then get my response. I'll watch the movie, then I'll record my review or response to the movie. I'm doing this because still in South Africa, still in a quarantine, still under lockdown, still have no freedom at this stage. And I wanted to branch out with my knowledge. And on my channel, I like to do different things, explore different areas of YouTube. And I don't think I've ever done anything anime I don't think I've ever done anything anime related on my channel, and I've always wanted to do it, and I will be doing in the future. I will be doing things that are anime related. So I thought, why not start now during a lockdown with Studio Ghibli, because clickbait. Okay. I read the script. So what did I say? So yes, this is now how this is going to work. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible so that people don't click off within the first 2 minutes. So I'm going to watch 3 movies. I'm not going to reveal them now. I'm going to tell you the categories of the movie and how I chose the movies, but only just before I watch the movie. Within editing, I'll add in. I've got a whole idea. I've got a process. I'm an artist. It's a process. So I'll be watching 3 Studio Ghibli movies, and each of them are from 3 different categories. So I actually had to do some research. So the first category is actually just a recommendation from one of my favorite Anitubers, the Animeman. So go check him out. He's really, really cool. I really enjoy his stuff. So he always talked about this one anime, and I said, you know what? He always talks about it. Watch it. So that's the first one I'm going to watch. I'll do the introduction to that one. The second one that I'm going to do is the highest grossing Ghibli film out there. Now, highest grossing has to do with money, so which movies made the most money? I had to dig a little deeper and do some more research because some of the top three top grossing, most making money in the past movies I've already seen, which are of course Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Mononoke Hime, and Howl's Moving Castle. So those 3 I've already seen. Howl's Moving Castle I actually rewatched a few weeks ago. So that one will be something else. So will not be doing that one at all. And then my last category is the most recommended. This one again was also something that I needed to go research a bit more, as if you go and search most recommended, you always get the exact same things, with Howl's Moving Castle being one of them, Ponyo, which I've already seen as well, Ponyo, Spirited Away, Prince Mononoke. So I had to go through different recommendation sites and lists and things to see what anime did people love and would they recommend. So what anime popped up either high in people's list or popped up the most frequently, because Studio Ghibli has a wide range of movies. So those are my 3 categories. In the comments down below, comment what you think the 3 movies are before you watch any further. I'll give you a moment to do that now. So just a reminder, what do you think is the recommended movie that I'm going to watch? What is the highest grossing movie? And then also, what is the most recommended movie that I will be watching in the comments down below. So also take some time, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I love you very much for it. So yeah. So let's get into this thing. The movie The first movie that I will be watching is this lovely movie, Little Number here. Before I actually go into that, I also just want to add that I also know very little. I did not do research about these movies, so I want to have a fresh. I want to watch them with virginal eyes. I want to watch them. So I haven't done any research. The only one I do know about is about my first one recommended by Joey the Animeman, as he has reviewed it a little bit and has discussed it's one of his favorites. And I thought, well, he has good taste. He has very interesting opinions, so I'll take it. And the first one is Heisei Tanuki Gassen Pom Poko. I have no idea if I'm correctly pronouncing that, but that's the first time I'll watch it. I'll put a photo of it here somewhere. Here, Pom Poko, I know it is environmental. It's about these furry little creature animals. I can't remember the names. Is it raccoons? And I know the raccoons have is it raccoons? No, it's not raccoons. What? I'm an idiot. It's a type of bear. Not raccoon. It's a type of bear. But I know that they have a lot of historical and traditional and cultural significance within the Japanese community. So that's the first one that I'll be watching. So I'll see you in a few minutes. No, I'll see you in about 237 million hours with a review or something about it or another. See you. So, testicles. So, I just finished Pom Poko. I will try to keep this short, sweet, and kind of powerful in some kind of way. But testicles. There was a lot of testicles which I did not expect and which I didn't know about. I'm still very confused about that. Why there were so many testicles and what the folklore or significance of all the testicles was. But it was a really, really good movie. I understand why people recommend it. I understand why people will say it's their favorite Ghibli film. I think one of the things that I can appreciate the most about it is the art style. Many classic anime series or movies that people recommend, I struggle to watch because of the art style, because of the drawing style, what it looks like. Especially if it looks old and badly drawn, then I just become a little snobbish and I struggle to watch it. But this art style is so well done and so timeless that I can see that this anime will forever and ever be the classic that it is. I mean, I don't know how to react to it because I literally just finished it a few moments ago and there are so many questions and thoughts running through my mind. And again, what do they do with this anime? The Ghibli studios just the moral questions and the ethics that they raise and the life lessons that they bring in is just so amazing. And the way they do it is they don't show you just one side. Their conversation is never a one-sided conversation, because as I was sitting there watching it, you get the perspective from the raccoon side and what they're trying to say, but then you also get the human's perspective from it as well, and then they bring in the fox later in as well, and you just get all these perspectives of this. I don't want to say a horrible situation, because I don't think I would say it's a horrible situation. I mean, it is part of growth, it is part of what happens in life, it is part of progress, but the result is just not necessarily a very it's not necessarily always a positive one from this progress. And I don't know what to think or what to feel or what to take away from that movie. There are so many life lessons that you can take away from it. It was beautifully done. I think if there's one thing I didn't like, I wasn't too crazy about how the story was told. And in that sense, I mean the narration throughout. For some reason, it felt like the story was dragged out a bit due to that way of storytelling. But other than that, I think it was really cool. It was really awesome. Many of the things I did not expect, I didn't know what to expect because didn't try to do a lot of research on the movie, but I didn't expect all the action, the comedy, the testicles, the magic, the spectacle of it all. I knew it was about conservation. I knew it was about animals and how humans are destroying the earth and taking over. I knew all of that, but I didn't know that that is how they were going to portray it. So, for those who haven't watched Pom Poko, I highly suggest it. Whether you're into Ghibli films or not, whether you're into anime or not, watch it for the life lesson, watch it for the classicness of it all. Just go and fucking watch it. It really is a brilliant, brilliant movie. I'll be moving on to my second movie now. So my second movie, according to my research, which was the highest grossing Ghibli film. Like I said, I cannot watch Princess Mononoke as I've seen it, cannot watch Howl's Moving Castle, and I cannot watch Spirited Away, which usually are your highest grossing movie. So the next one is Karagarushi no Arriety. I have no idea why I sounded Italian to myself at that point, but it's the secret world of Arriety. I always want to say Arriety. I'm not sure why. But that is the next movie I will watch, and then after that I'll give you some feedback. See you. And I'm back again, this time with... Wait, no. Yeah, I wanted to say with less testicles, but that would not really work in my favor. But I'm back again, just finishing The Secret World of Arriety, or just Arriety, as Netflix doesn't say The Secret World of Arriety. So this, I actually forgot that this came out quite recently. I think it's a little bit, possibly maybe a bit more well known, as I've seen the trailer, so I had an idea what it might be about. But yeah, I thought it came out before 2010, but now according to Netflix, came out in 2010, which is completely fine. I didn't really have a time limit. Like I said, I went for recommendation, gross income, and then also the last one, which I will be watching, will be on highly or mostly recommended. But anyway, back to Arriety. I think I actually enjoyed Arriety more than I did Pom Poko. And I think the reason for that is with Pom Poko, you can enjoy the story for what it is. Even if you don't have any knowledge about Japan, you can enjoy the action and the characters and the story and the deeper message you can get from it. I think you can enjoy. But for me personally, some of the references in Pom Poko I understood, I got it. Some of the folklore I am aware of. So I enjoyed the movie when I watched it for that. But I think I would have understood and enjoyed it so much more if I actually understood all the references and knew all the folklore surrounding the raccoons and some of the references they made to other characters or other shows or other historical events, because I could see they made so many references, but I didn't necessarily understood them or got them. And I think that took away a lot from the story, because I prefer to understand and to know the whole thing when it comes to folklore and things like that. That's just a weird thing that I do. But with Arriety, I mean, this was just a pure little adventure story, and I think I enjoyed that part more than I did with Pom Poko. With this one, it was just characters that you can just fall in love with. Yes, you can go look and scratch for deeper meanings, but it's just a pure little adventure story. Almost felt like it wanted to go into the romantic side, and I'm so thankful that it didn't, because these days every fucking movie that they make, they need to throw in some kind of romantic element or some kind of romance. And here, yes, they did touch on it here and there, but it wasn't the focal point. It didn't become the focal point. This was just purely a little adventure movie, which I really actually enjoyed, and I got a little bit teary-eyed at the end with the happy ending, which, if you knew me, it usually didn't happen until I got older. Usually I was like stone-faced, and I was like, I'm getting so emotional. But Arriety, it was just such a fun little movie to watch, just to sit back and relax. With Pom Poko, there's so much that they're hitting you with from a social responsibility standpoint and the deeper meanings with folklore, which I love and I appreciate. But with Arriety, you can just sit back and enjoy this story about this family in this alternate little universe. And I just enjoyed it. I liked it more than Pom Poko. It will definitely not take the place of my favorite Ghibli, which is Princess Mononoke. I don't think any movie will come close to that. But Arriety, I really just enjoyed it. It was a beautiful art style. Again, the music was fun, cute, and nostalgic, and true to the Studio Ghibli sound which they make, which is years and years and years apart, but still somehow their sound is always just linked together, the same style, which some people might not like. I appreciate that through line of action, that thread that continues through all their stories, which is really cool, and I think it's really a big feat to accomplish that. Okay, so let's have the review. Let's not waste more time. So my third category, as I said, this is with highly recommended or most recommended. Again, people recommend the same Ghibli films over and over and over again. So this time I had to go and look for which movie came up again and again and which movie was higher ranked than other movies. So I had Kiki's Delivery Service, I had Laputa Castle in the Sky, and then I had Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. This took some research because I had to go numbers and things and had algorithms and all those things. But in the end, I think I went for Kiki's Delivery Service. As I think out of those three movies, Kiki was the one that came out the most and the one that usually had the highest ranking between those three. So let's move on to Kiki's Delivery Service. And we've reached the end of this wonderful marathon review thing. I started, I think, around 10 o'clock, and it is now already after 4 in the afternoon. So this whole thing took me quite a few hours, but in between I also did have lunch and had to reply to some messages and things like that, but that's not important. So I just finished I almost said Kiki's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know why that would jump to my mind, but Kiki's Delivery Service, it was such a cute little movie. And I don't mean to sound condescending at all, but it was really a cute movie, and it was so interesting to see the difference between Pom Poko, Arriety, and now Kiki's Delivery Service, because Kiki's Delivery Service was just such a wholesome movie, and looking at them, I can see how these three movies are catered for all ages. Anyone can watch it, but then these also almost cater for specific types of people. For Kiki's Delivery Service, it felt like it's so catered for younger audiences. Arriety would be for your older audiences, your young adults, and then Pom Poko would be catered for your older audiences because of all the folklore and things like that. But I really enjoyed it. I think out of the three movies I watched, all amazing, all great. I understand why these things are classics. All will become classic. In Arriety's case, it's difficult to become a classic when you're only like 10 years old. But I can definitely see how these movies will remain classics, as the art style hasn't gone out of style. It is still clean, it is still beautifully done, the music is still beautiful, and of course all the themes in these movies are so universal. I don't know why I struggle with that big word, but so universal. But I must say, with each movie, my brain wanted to do less analyzing through it all. With Pom Poko, because I knew kind of what it was about, my brain wanted to understand everything and wanted to analyze every single little piece. And then Arriety would just became this fun adventure movie, and then Kiki's Delivery Service was just such a cute, wholesome movie. My one drawback with Kiki's Delivery Service is, but this is with everything, if something tells me that either there's magic or there's witches or something, then I want magic. I want all out magic battles, magic scenes, magical things, and Kiki's Delivery Service didn't give me that, which was kind of disappointing. Not that it took away anything from the movie. I think it's just my weird as preference when it comes to things that are magical and mystical and all supernatural things, is that I want you to bring it and give it to me. And I know, Kiki, that's not what the movie was about. That's not what the movie wanted to focus on at all. But it was still a very cute movie. And again, for something that was released, when was it? In 1989, according to Netflix. I mean, it aged remarkably well. So well for something that came out 30 years ago. 40 years? 89, 99, 09, 30 years. That came out 31 years ago. I mean, it aged beautifully. And again, also with the music also, it just carries that link and that idea from beginning until the end. I'm so happy that I actually decided to do this little marathon review. It was more difficult than I thought it would be. It took a lot more from me than I thought it would, because to stay in that mental state and to stay focused like that and to constantly remember that after this I need to do a video, I need to do a review, I need to give some kind of feedback. It actually still takes a lot out of you. People think like, oh, but you're just watching 3 movies, it's so easy. It's not the same. It's not the fucking same thing if you do it like that. But I'm so happy. I will probably do something like this again, and possibly also do something like this again with Ghibli movies that I haven't seen. So if you are watching this and you have any thoughts or ideas or suggestions about Ghibli movies, pop them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you are staying safe, staying sane, staying inside. And I'm just hoping that everything will work out for the best for all of us. So don't fear interfere with your happiness. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Så vi får försöka fler frågor. Tusen om och det är så vi gör. Bye!